it's hard to kill. Who knows what miracles you can achieve when you believe. Somehow you will when you believe. In this time of fear, when prayer so often proves in vain, hope seems like the summer birds too swiftly flown away. Yet now I'm standing here, my heart's so full I can't explain, seeking faith and speaking words I never thought I'd say. There can be miracles when you believe. When you believe. Though hope is frail, it's hard to give. Who knows what miracles you can achieve when you believe. Somehow you will. You will when you believe. They don't always happen when you ask, and it's easy to give in to your fear. But when you're blinded by your pain, can't see your way clear through the rain, small but still resilient voice says hope is very near. Just believe. You gotta believe. Just believe when you now we are not afraid, although we know there's much to fear. We were moving mountains long before we knew we could. Oh yes, there can be miracles when you believe. Though hope is frail, Hope seems like the summer birds too swiftly flown away. Yet now I'm standing here, my heart's so full I can't explain. Seeking faith and speaking words I never thought I'd say. There can be miracles when you believe. When you believe. Oh, hope is free. It's hard to get. Who knows what miracles you can achieve? When you believe, somehow you win. You will when you believe. They don't always happen when you ask. And it's easy to give in to your fear. But when you're blinded by your pain, can't see your way clear through the rain, small but still resilient voice says hope is very near. Just believe. Just believe when you believe. Listen as your day unfolds. Challenge what the future holds. Try and keep your head up to the sky. Lovers, they may cause you tears. Go ahead, release your fears. Stand up and be counted. Don't be ashamed to cry. You gotta be bad. You gotta be bold. You gotta be wiser. You gotta be hard. You gotta be tough. You gotta be stronger. You gotta be cool. You gotta be calm. You gotta stay together. All I know, love will save the day. Herald what your mother said. Read the books your father read. Try to solve the puzzles in your own sweet time. Some may have more cash than you. Others take a different view. My, oh my, You gotta be bad. You gotta be bold. You gotta be wiser. You gotta be hard. You gotta be tough. You gotta be stronger. You gotta be cool. You gotta be calm. You gotta stay together. All I know, love will save the day. Time asks no questions. It goes on without you, leaving you behind if you can't stand the pain.
Come on in, come on in.
The world keeps on
Getting started in a few minutes.
if you try to. The best part is danger staring you in the face. Whoa. Remember as your day unfolds. Challenge what the future holds. Trying to keep your head up to the sky. Lovers, they may cause you tears. Go ahead, release your fears. My, oh my, eh, eh, eh. You gotta be bad, you gotta be bold, you gotta be wiser. You gotta be hard, you gotta be tough, you gotta be stronger.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. Come on in.
You gotta be calm,
We
you
will
gotta
get
stay
started.
together.
Just a few minutes.
All I know,
Top of the hour.
love will save the day. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You gotta be bad, you gotta be bold, you gotta be wiser. You gotta be hard, you gotta be tough, you gotta be stronger. You gotta be cool, you gotta be calm, you gotta stay together. All I know, love will save the day. Got to be bold, got to be bad, got to be wise. Don't ever sad, got to be
Welcome, welcome, welcome. Come on in, come on in. We're going to be starting in just a few minutes. Top of the hour.
Love will save the day. You gotta be bad, you gotta be bold, you gotta be wiser. You gotta be hard, you gotta be tough, you gotta be stronger. You gotta be cool, you gotta be calm, you gotta stay together. You gotta be bad, you gotta be bold, you gotta be wiser. You gotta be hard, you gotta be tough, you gotta be stronger. You gotta be cool.
That's it. Come on in, come on in. Welcome, everybody. We're going to be getting started.
Life is like a big merry-go-round. You're up and then down,
Welcome, welcome, welcome. Come on. We're getting started shortly.
going in circles, trying to get
Glad to have you, glad to
where
see you.
are. Everybody's been counting you out, but where are they now? Sitting in the same old place, just faces in the
Right after
crowd.
Ross.
Hey.
Anybody on yet?
Mistakes, you might
are.
fall
Okay.
on your face, but you gotta get out.
I'd rather stand tall than live on my knees. 'Cause I am a conqueror, and I won't accept defeat. Try telling me no. One thing about me is I am a conqueror. I am a conqueror. You got a vision that no one else sees. A lot of dirty work, roll up your sleeves.
Welcome, welcome.
Remember, there's a war
Thank you for
out
joining.
there, so come
We're starting in
prepared to
just a few
fight. You never know where the road will lead you. Not everyone's gonna believe you. And even though they're wrong, don't prove it right. I'd rather stand tall than live on my knees.
Can't live on my
'Cause
knees.
I am a conqueror, and I won't accept defeat. Try telling me no.
No,
right, all right, all right. Any conquerors in the house? Woo! Man, that fires me up. And I'm fired up anyway because of what we're about to share with you. Thank you, thank you, thank you for being here, for being in my presence. I deem it as an honor and a privilege to be able to share just some powerful information with you that I think will help to revolutionize your life. Will just put you in that space that you can benefit from that so many of us have not been able to benefit from. You know, we live in a society that they try to keep us out of certain spaces. And what I'm about to share with you is one of those spaces. So thank the person who invited you here, that told you just to stop just long enough to take a look at what we're sharing and what we're offering for you to be a part of. So let's get started and we'll open up for questions a little bit later. Let's go.
While so many industries struggled during the pandemic, the CBD industry grew over 30%. Welcome to Wakana. We offer natural and organically grown CBD products backed by our 30-day bottom-of-the-bottle guarantee. Our proprietary blends contain more than 15 essential oils like black seed and turmeric, which help in creating the ultimate entourage effect. We provide a certificate of analysis on all of our CBD-infused products. These tests are conducted by one of the top ISO labs in Florida to ensure quality and potency inside of every batch. We're one of the few companies in the world who conduct full panel testing to confirm our ingestible products are free of pesticides, mold, and other dangerous compounds. The foundation of Wakana is based on 4 pillars, including health, wealth, legacy, and freedom. According to the current CBD market, there is a tremendous opportunity for you to launch your own dispensary with Wakana. You can retail products online, earning from 20 to 50% of the commissionable volume. By launching an online dispensary, you can win the loyalty of your customers by offering the hottest products like edibles, flower, hair care, tinctures, and topicals. Wakana isn't just a company, we are a movement. During the pandemic, we grew over 100% and expanded our headquarters from 1,000 to over 5,500 square feet. We have over 10,000 customers and a 5-star online rating from our satisfied customers and distributors. So what are you waiting for? Start partnering with one of the fastest growing and most reputable CBD companies in the world. Wakana, the crown jewel of CBD.
Yes, 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 yes. And that's who we are, Wakana. And as she said, we're not just a company, but we are a movement. Let me thank you again. My name is Dr. Roz. My name is Rosalind Shaw Belt. Everybody calls me Dr. Roz, and I want to share with you a wonderful window of opportunity to partner with us. Yes. But see, first I've got to show you who we are, tell you who we are, what we're all about before you even think about anything else. See, one of the things that I recognize, and maybe you weren't like me, but when I first heard the word cannabis, because that's what we're going to be talking about, all of a sudden I went to the negative because I'm thinking, I'm a minister, right? I've been in ministry since 1980. I'm not trying to sell no weed. But guess what? That was a negative stigma. I didn't realize there was more to the picture. And if you'll just be here with me just for a few minutes, you'll understand that our communities have suffered and lost out on the health and wealth benefits of this plant because we've only known one side of the coin. And so Wakana is stirring a movement. We're popping up all over the country. And what we're about is to inspire people like yourself to get into this legal space as an entrepreneur, a formulator, an investor, and really get the courage and the strength to take back your health, wealth, legacy, and your freedom. Now, you will find out in the next few minutes of this presentation that I'm going to focus on the entrepreneurial and those of you that are investment minded. But before I can do that, let me introduce you to the co-founders of Wakana. Yes, these 4 fabulous, dynamic ladies. They make up the co-founders of Wakana. Matter of fact, we're the first female African-American owned CBD company in the Midwest. I'm the one, I push the envelope a little bit and say, probably in the whole country, you won't find a company that has 4 women like this in leadership. We call them our C-suite, our CMO, CFO, CEO, and CSO, starting out with Dr. Rita J. McGuire. Yes, she is a medical doctor. an obstetrician gynecologist for over 30 plus years, delivered over 8,000 babies. This woman is an expert in the field of cannabis, so much so that she was asked by the governor of the state of Illinois to testify in front of the Judiciary Committee when they were trying to make decisions about the legalization and taxation of the entire plant. And of course, you may not know, but Illinois is one of those states where everything's legal. And she was very instrumental in helping to make that happen. That second lady, she's my mentor. She's the reason that my husband and I came to this company, because she, Dr. Patricia Van Pelt, is the president of the company. She's also the interim chief financial officer, but she's also an author. She's a philanthropist. She's an entrepreneur. She's serving her third term as a state senator right there in Illinois, and she is an evangelist. And this woman, we kind of given her another label. She's like our mindset guru, because she's always helping us push our minds and rise to our purpose. The third lady with her hands on the hip, yep, Melissa Boston. She's the brains behind all of this. She's the visionary. I'm telling you, this woman, she was taking a plane trip to go to a memorial service of a friend of hers whose mother had passed away, and she heard that word Wakanda. Now, not Wakanda like Black Panther, but Wakanda, and wasn't even thinking about starting a company at the time, because she was already the president of a company, a CBD company, a cannabis company that she had taken from $8,000 to $250,000 in just a matter of months. But now, together with these other three ladies, they started a company of their own. This woman, she retired at the age of 33 and a half years, came out of corporate America, never turned back, started getting in direct marketing and social selling and all those things that caused her life to literally change, became MVP of 3 of the companies that she was a part of, and built teams in over 46 countries. That's why she is a social media strategist, and she is our CEO, the hardest working CEO, by the way. Phyllis Nash, she's our chief sales officer. This dynamic woman has only had 2 jobs in her lifetime. She's built and put restaurants on the map. She's been a real estate developer. She has built a 7-figure income for herself. And that's great, but that's not what's important. She's taught others how to do it. And that's why we call her our midwife of Wakanda, because she helps to birth all of the possibility on the inside of us. And together, these 4 phenomenal women make up the co-founders of Wakanda. Now, make a mental note of this number, because this number is going to be important when you make a decision to get a piece of it. That's what we're all about today. You getting a piece of this. See, in less than 3 years, our company started on 4/20 of 2019. And in less than 3 years, we have already done 5.5 million. Matter of fact, that's probably even in the history book now, because we're pushing that envelope of 6 million, or may have already hit it by now. And you may say, okay, well, is all this legal? Yeah, see, in 2014, President Obama passed a bill to generate and protect the research into hemp. And then in 2018, another bill was passed to heavily regulate hemp and making hemp a mainstream crop. That's why in your neighborhood, on your street, in your region, you see CBD popping up everywhere. You see it on signs, you see it on billboards, you see it on smoke shops, you see it on little corner stores, but do know this, all CBD is not the same. And then you may not even understand what we're talking about. See, a lot of times, just like myself, when I first heard the word cannabis, I'm thinking marijuana. No, not trying to do that. But this plant has 2 species. It has 2 sides to the plant, marijuana and hemp. Now, both of them contain THC and CBD. But the reason the marijuana side of the plant gives you the high is because it's high in THC and very low in CBD. The hemp side of the plant is very low in THC, 0.3% or less. That's what's legal, and high in CBD. That's why we call our products and CBD the health without the high. And that's why they're projecting that the revenue is going into the billions. Oh my God. By 2024, they're projecting $20 billion. Do you understand why? Because we're talking about hemp. And see, hemp is nothing new. Hemp has been around a long, long time. Farmers used to have to be required to grow hemp. And the first Bible was made of hemp. And the first flag was made of hemp. And Henry Ford used hemp ethanol. And the next house you get built might be built with hempcrete. So that's why Wakana has been very strategic, because we recognize that there are already some billion and trillion dollar industries out there. So we didn't just put products in the CBD industry only, but in these billion and trillion dollar industries that are already in existence, like weight loss and wellness and hair care and skin care and essential oils. And I could go on and on talking about Wakana and who we are, but I want you to know there's a science behind this madness, right? There's a science behind the plant. But because I'm not a medical doctor, I don't want to go there. I'm going to let you hear from the voice of a medical doctor just for a few minutes to tell you the science behind the cannabis plant.
Hello, my name is Dr. David Allen. I'm a retired cardiac surgeon and a member of the International Cannabinoid Research Society, ICRS. That means I'm a cannabinoid research scientist. And I'm here to tell you about the discovery of the endocannabinoid system, the ECS, and the significance and how it will change medicine. And we discovered the endocannabinoid system about 30 years ago, and we really didn't understand the significance of its discovery. And so we found out that this is a chemical communication that your body has. It's not electrical, it's chemical, and it's kind of like the hormone systems that people are familiar with. And your body makes these cannabinoids. They're endogenous, so they're endocannabinoids, and they perform some miraculous functions in the body. And we're just learning the significance of these functions. And basically, the endocannabinoid system is responsible for homeostasis. Most people don't understand what that really means, but it's the body's ability to maintain itself and function in the proper environment. And so it's critically important that that doctors in the future understand this control mechanism. And we're finding out that that manipulation of this endocannabinoid system will control diabetes. It controls cancer. It controls whether you can survive a heart attack or stroke. And so this is critically important for doctors to understand this new science. And the discovery of the endocannabinoid system is the single most important medical scientific discovery ever, and will save more lives than the discovery and application of sterile surgical technique. And I'm a heart surgeon saying that. So more people will be saved by manipulation of the endocannabinoid system than are currently saved by surgery.
Absolutely amazing. I mean, did you hear what he said? They started looking into this over 30 years ago. And I know you don't know it, but the government has a patent on the plant. See, there are over 20,000 peer reviews. There are studies that are already showing all the tons of medicinal benefits. I mean, how many of you right now know somebody that's dealing with pain? Wake up with pain, go to sleep with pain, go to work with pain. Pain is their new norm because they don't think they can find any relief. We hear testimonies all the time of people getting relief from pain and anxiety. People that have not been able to sleep a good sleep at night, managing their blood sugar. I mean, all the different disorders that CBD could possibly assist with because of what the studies are already showing. And that's why Wakana has been so strategic in getting all these industries and such a vast product line. I mean, we've got products that help in the bedroom, products that help you with your hair, make it look and have a glossy shine, even help with alopecia and that hair loss. Hair loss is an epidemic. We've got products that help you with weight loss, flat belly gummy to curb those carbs in your life. Talk about pain. We've got pain creams, a roll-on pain that just help deal with that inflammation, because inflammation is the culprit. We've got essential oils. We've got gummies. We got gummies to help your libido, gummies to help with your creativity, gummies to help you sleep, gummies to give you a clear way of thinking. And even seasonings to cook with. We've got seasonings that you can use for any dish that you might have, or we've got a seasoning, an oil that you can put and bake with. that has no flavor to it, so you won't mess up your recipe. We've got water solubles to go in your drinks or your cocktails or your mocktails or your juices and your whatever. Even hand sanitizer that doesn't have alcohol, so it doesn't turn your hand white from using it so much during this pandemic, right? We even have smokable products that are completely safe, sealed, and we have the pure flower of CBD. And then we take it a step further, because I know you're already thinking, some of you are saying, will it show up in my drug screen? Well, we have the power line and the pure line. What's the difference? The power line has 0.3% or less of THC. Now, depending on how your body metabolizes will determine if that shows up or not, but we got you. We've got a pure line that has less than 0.0% of THC. So you're safe. You can have a comfort level, taking everything that we have that has that white label, and even the topical cream, it doesn't matter because it doesn't break the blood-brain barrier. But here's what's most important. I told you before, all CBD is not the same. Somebody told me the other day they got something that said hemp extract oil, may not have CBD in it, but we have products that work, and we have real results with real people, and a full medical advisory board made of all kinds of doctors led by Dr. Rita J. McGuire. We've got chiropractors and general practitioners and child psychologists and clinical psychologists, and we've got PharmDs, pharmacists, and we've got RNs and LVNs. They don't just recommend our products, but they use our products for themselves, for their patients, and for their families. Now, that being said, let's get to the subject matter at hand. See, if you're like myself, you're a baby boomer. I'm a baby boomer. Some of you are not, but some of you have seen some of these companies come. And all of these companies have been here, Facebook, Instagram. We've seen what they've done, but what do they have in common? They've made an impact. I mean, they have literally changed the way we do things. I mean, can you remember? Some of you are old enough to remember the cell phone when it was really big, a big old bag, and now it's small. Everybody's got one, even 4-year-old kids. I don't know why a 4-year-old child has a cell phone, but I'm just saying. But when we've seen these companies like Facebook and Instagram, Xerox, remember the Xerox? We called everybody a Xerox machine, but there were a lot of companies out there. Google, Amazon. But let me ask you something. Did anybody invite you to the table? Were you in the back office of any of these industries or companies when they were started? Did anybody offer you a share? What, I mean, just a piece of a share of Amazon, a piece of a share. I mean, I have started getting involved in cryptocurrency right now. I'm dibbling and dabbling in it, but let me tell you something. I missed it. I missed it when that Bitcoin was less than $1, but those people who did, they're wealthy right now. And if you were in the back room at any of these, you probably not even have a reason to be on this call right now, other than you have vision. But let me tell you something, the CBD economy is just getting started. And that's what you're here. That's somebody invited you. Somebody told you to get in on this call to listen, or maybe you just stumbled upon Facebook Live or a recording, or somebody sent you a recording. And that's so powerful. You need to thank them, bless them, because they cared enough about you for you to be able to get some information that could position you to be a recipient of gross revenue. See, people don't offer that. I just showed you a list of companies, but Wakana does this once a year. We've done it once a year for the last 3 years. This is the 3rd year we've done it. I don't know how many more times we're going to do it, because at some point the window is going to be shut. The door is going to be closed. But we take 1% of our gross revenue each month and put it in a founding members pool. And we divide the revenue by the number of qualified shares to determine the value of the individual shares for that month. We share in that 1%. So we want you to become an owner in this space, not just a consumer, not just a person taking a bottle of CBD oil or taking a gummy, but you become an owner. See, this is for those people who have that mindset where you can participate in quarterly gross revenue. Did you hear what I said? I said gross revenue. That means that's before profits. That's before expenses are paid. And if you're listening to the sound of my voice, if you're watching this video, if you're watching this presentation, and maybe you never heard about CBD, maybe you thought you knew what cannabis was, maybe you never heard about Wakana, you are a candidate to become a new founding member at Wakana. Or maybe you're one of those persons who somebody did tell you about it and you decided you would just test it out and you would get our 30-day free test drive. Or maybe you started out with our company with just the stimulus millennial or the personal dispensary. Well, now you can become a new founding member and participate in the gross revenue that's paid out quarterly. And even if you do that, you can get 1 share or 2 shares. That's completely up to you. 1 share is just $1,679.95. You know why I said just? Because see, some of you don't recognize what it normally would cost to get into this cannabis space. It costs millions of dollars for those states that everything is legal to get into this cannabis space. We're talking about millions because you got to get the license, which costs $100,000 plus, with no guarantee that you're going to get it. You got to get the building, you got to get the product, you got, oh, so much stuff. But here for $1,600, you can get 1 share of that 1%. And if you want to go a step further, you can get 2 shares. Now, normally in a regular situation, you get 1 share and it costs X amount of dollars, and 2 shares cost you X amount of dollars, double, right? But not at Wakana. The second share will be half the cost of the first share, because now you're already a founding member and now you're going to get our Crown founding member package. How cool is that? And then we're going to go a step further. We're going to give you product. All of our top product, all of our top sellers, all of our flagship product. Yes, the Oud body oil, the flat belly coffee, the hemp MD, the gummy sample pack, the extreme pain relief sample pack. And we're not just going to give you 1. I know you see that quantity, 1. No, when you get this package, you get 2 times the amount of everything you see on this screen. Absolutely amazing. And we're going to give you what's been just released, our Culinary Infusions Flight 500. That is MCT coconut oil infused with Delta 8. Oh my God, this is brand new. And then there are some of you, maybe you need to put 50% down because your money's kind of tight right now. We will let you put 50% down, and then by the end of the year, pay the balance off, because we want you to be a part of what we're doing. And then you'll be in a position to have full crown jewel benefits where you can get paid as if you were a sapphire in our company. And we go through that presentation and explain it when we do our training. And then up until November the 1st, there's something else special. By November the 1st, you can purchase our pack and get what we call 2,000 points. That 2,000 points is important because it positions you to be in a position to get more shares. And we'll show you how to do that in just a few minutes. Now, if you put 50% down, of course, you're going to get half the points, and then other half the points when you pay the balance. And then we got some extra benefits. Yes, you're going to pay $1,600, right? But we're going to give you $200 cash back. And we're going to give you $200 in loyalty points so you can spend $200 for more product. Some things that are not in your package you may want when you look at your website, because guess what? You're going to get a website. You're going to get a website that if you choose to, you can send that link out to anybody and they're going to shop on that website if they choose to, and they're going to buy products that we have, and it's your replicated website. Now, there's some of you that will say, well, I don't want to do all of that. That's fine. You'll just want to be a part of receiving the revenue shares that are given out every single quarter, and that's fine. But you will have the website available. And one of the things that really makes our company so different from others is our education. We want everyone to be educated. So we have a Wakana University. And when you get this packages, you don't just get 1 voucher to attend, you get 2. So you could gift it. You can give 1 away to someone else. And then if you just decide you want to share this with somebody, we're doing this every day so that you can share it with somebody. Well, we're going to activate a broker key for you so that you can actually get benefit, override, compensation for anyone that you choose to share it with. And of course, the person who sponsored you or the person who invited you here is going to receive a compensation. Yes, they're going to get a commission, $200, $100 commission, and $100 in loyalty points, just because they thought enough of you to share this with you. They thought enough of you to tell you to get on this video. But then there's some of you who have already been a part of Wakana. Yeah, you saw the vision either 2 years ago, 1 year ago, or just a few minutes, just sometime this last month. But either way, if you joined our company already and you purchased the full Crown Jewel dispensary, you can still become a founding member. Or maybe you're already a founding member, like myself. My husband and I got our first shares 2 years ago when this window was open. And then we got more shares last year. And then they opened it up again this year. And we got another share. Because I don't know. I don't know when is going to be the last time when the window closes and they don't open up the door, because eventually there won't be a door opening for new founding members. But it positions you to get paid as if you were a sapphire, and it only costs you $839.95. If you're already a crown jewel, or if you're already a previous founding member, to get more shares, and you can get up to 2 right now. Maybe you got 1 the first year and 1 the second year. Well, this year you can get 2, and we're still going to give you product as well. You're going to get one of all of the best-selling products that we have. You're going to get the new products that we've released. You're going to get these sample packs so that you can sample it out to people and let them test it out for themselves. And we're going to give you some cash back. $100 in cash back, $100 in loyalty points, and we're going to extend it in case you haven't achieved our ranking called Sapphire. Some of you understand what that means. We're going to extend your payment so that you can get paid like a Sapphire as you continue to grow your business. And then that person who sponsored you is going to receive $100, $50 in commission, and $50 in loyalty points. That's the least we can do for them inviting you, because they could have kept it to themselves. Now, some of you may want to pay via money order, cashier's check. There's a benefit to doing that. Up until November the 1st, you can mail those payments in by money order or cashier's check. And the reason you want to do that, if you're able to, is because it lowers your cost. See, there's a 5% processing fee for the cards that run, and it's already included in your total. But if you mail in a money order or cashier's check, guess what? You only pay $7.99 or $15.99. So that's a 5% saving. Plus the tax in whatever state that you're in. You've got to include that tax. And you mail those checks to Wakana LLC, care of founding members, 411 East 35th Street, Chicago, Illinois, 60616. And if you didn't get that, get back with the person who invited you. They can make sure they get that address to you for you to get those cashier's checks and money orders sent in very quickly. Now, if you missed that November the 1st deadline, we will accept a postmark that shows the 1st. By paying on or before the deadline, then you receive all of the extra perks and all of the extra points that are available to you. Now, let me say this. There is a 3 customer requirement for you to get paid those shares. What do I mean by that? Remember, I said you get a website. See, that replicated website is a link that you can send out to everybody you know in all 50 states, and they can shop till they drop. So now you become your own Amazon CBD. That's called making money while you sleep, in whatever time zone they're in, whatever city, whatever state. All you got to have is just 3 customers, and it can be the same 3 customers. Now, I know okay, I see the frowns in your face. I got to have 3 customers. You can be one of them. And don't you know somebody, or your mom, your dad, your grandparents that are maybe dealing with pain? Maybe they're diabetic, high blood pressure, and these are products that could possibly assist them. Maybe a person has cancer, and this can assist them with their nausea. Didn't say that it would cure the cancer. We don't make any of those kinds of claims, but all of us know somebody that you could just buy it for them in their name, and you got your 3 customers every single month to qualify for your 1 share. And I've got 4 shares. The first year we got 1, my husband and I. The second year we got 2. And when it opened up again and I could get another share, I got another share this year. So that means for every share, I got to have 3 customers. That would be 3, 6, 9, 12 customers every single month. But no, now through all of 2022, let me say that again. Now through all of 2022, the same 3 customers every single month will satisfy if you got 1 share, 2 shares, 3 shares, or 4 shares. Oh my God, how generous is our CEO? And even we're going to waive the customer requirements for those of you that are brand new. This is your first time doing this. We're going to waive those customer requirements until January the 1st. So guess what? October, November, and December, it's waived. Because you're going to get revenue shares for October, November, and December if you joined with us right now. But you say, okay, well, what if I don't get my 3 customers for the month? Well, guess what? The average company would probably tell you, you'd lose your shares, you'd lose this, you'd lose that, but not at Wakanda. See, it's a win-win. All we do is win. If you miss a month, you don't lose your status as a founder. You don't lose your shares. You just wouldn't get paid for that particular month. Say, for instance, if you got your 3 customers in January, you got 3 customers in February, but March, you got busy, you forgot, time slipped up on you, it passed, and you didn't get your 3 customers. Well, guess what? In April, when you're paid for the first quarter, you would get paid for January, February, and you wouldn't get paid for March. But you're still a founder. You still have those shares available to you. And then we go a step further, because there are some of you who will just do this because you're investment type minded. And you say, I just want to be in a position to receive these revenue shares while this company grows. Because I remember you showed a slide, 5.5 million in less than 3 years. Where is this company going? Especially when the door is shut for the founding members. We've always been in profit. What, my goodness, eventually we'll 50 million, 500 million, 1 billion. That's going to be amazing. And then some of you will say, but you know what? I think I will share this with other people and build a business over a period of time. Well, what that means is you'll hit certain rankings in our company, like Pearl and Sapphire and Ruby and Emerald and Diamond. And when you hit those rankings in our company, you get more shares for that particular month, that you hit the numbers that coincide with those rankings. Like, say, for instance, Pearl. Pearl is 2,000 points. That gives you 3 shares instead of 1. Sapphire is 10,000 points. That gives you 6 shares instead of 1. Okay, y'all don't get it. What do I mean? Take me, for instance. I've got 4 shares. So anytime I hit Pearl in any given month, one of those shares turns into 3. So now that's 3, 4, 5, 6. So now I get 6 times the amount of the share for that particular month. When I hit Diamond, Diamond is 12 shares. So that 1 share turns into 12, 13, 14, 15, because I have 4 shares. Now that I get 15 times the value of the share for that particular month. Oh my God, it just excites me when I start thinking about it. Because see, I recognize Wakanda is destined for greatness, because freshbooks.com, smallbusiness.com, all these different .coms, they already say that it takes 2 to 3 years for any company to get into profit. And then it's dependent on how much startup capital is needed. But 1% of our gross revenue is before profit. And over the past years, shares have ranged and averaged around $8, but this number fluctuates because it's based on how much revenue and how many qualified shares, how many people qualify every single month. I don't know if you see this picture. Where we are today is not where we're going to be this time next year, and 5 years from now, and 10, 15, 20 years from now. It's time for you to leave a legacy. But this is not an investment, because investments are based on profit. I told you this is gross revenue. And if you qualify with your 3 customers any given month, you are guaranteed a payout based on the value of the share. And then let's do the math. You paid $1,600 or $1,500 or $800 or $700, and we're going to give you $100 and $200 cash back. Didn't that just bring the price down? And we're going to give you product bonus of $100 to $200 to spend. Subtract that again. See, it's a win-win scenario. And even distributors, you get product. Guess what you can do? You can sell the product. So you can actually make back every dollar that you spend. And here's the icing on the cake. Your name will be on the wall. Oh my God. I can't tell you the pride that my husband and I felt when we went to Chicago and saw our name on 2 walls, because we bought shares, we bought founders packs and got shares the first year and the second year. So our name is on the wall. you know what? That felt good to us, but you know what would really feel good is when your grandkids and your great grandkids and your great great grandkids can look up on that wall and see your name and know that you were a part of something getting started, that you helped to build something, that you didn't let another Amazon, Netflix, Uber, Microsoft pass you by. So I'm asking you right now, what are you going to do? Get back with the person who invited you. They've got a website. And let me reiterate the fact that this is an industry that they don't want us to be in. It's very difficult for Black and brown people to get in, especially because they've locked us up. They've locked our Black and brown boys up in this industry. But now is your time. You have the opportunity. I can't say it enough. Thank the person who invited you. Let them know they've got a website. Let them know you're ready to become a founding member and get your 1 share, get your 2 shares, and let's go. And you can be a part of our family. Thank you again for being here.